Good evening to you, my friends. It is a pleasure to come and to speak with you. And we would also say to you, welcome to that great understanding of the fact that you cannot die, and yet in your world that's all that you seem to be bombarded with, because you see it day by day, hour by hour, in your media, whatever form that takes in your modern world of technology. And so it is that you would think that we could get our message across a little bit better. But as you can see, not many open their minds to the understanding of the world of spirit and the fact that your spirit survives physical death, and that your loved ones are closer to you than you can possibly understand when you are locked in to your physical mind and your physical body and your physical world. And so it is that soon, you know, many will be telling to you, from the science point of view, that there may be something beyond the physical human being that you are. Because, you know, God the Creator has given you this spiritual aspect of yourself, the real you, the person that you truly are. Everyone has come to the earth to live in duality of the physical and the spiritual. But as that reading said, the material, physical world takes precedence for many, many people. And yet you have heard so much about the life of one young lady that was an MP, that was out on her own mission to help as many people as she possibly could. And in so doing, to live a life also where she had a partnership with her husband, her family, and her children. And the grief has been shown to the world from the point of view of that family. And yes, it is a great tragedy, of course. We are not belittling that. But the great truth is that her spirit is free of the bonds of the physical body and the bonds of the physical world. And she can continue her journey in life, where she will be aspiring to help as many as possible, including her own family. She will not leave their side as she tries to inspire them, to uplift them through this period that has to be gone through, that you call grief. That is part of life, my friends, and difficult it is, because you do miss the physical presence. And time is a great healer, they say, but you still have to get yourself from A to B through that difficult time. And so we need you to uphold each other in times of crisis, in times of adversity, in times of grief. So it is important that you understand this great truth. There are many principles, you know, well, 7, if you are counting, within spiritualism. And today, in your physical world, you celebrate Father's Day. And so you honor the father that you may have had and perhaps did not have. But you all have that Father that is God, the Creator. And you know, life can be difficult when you do not have the presence of a father figure in your life. Because the father, you know, is symbolic of somebody that helps you along life's journey. From babyhood, through childhood, adolescence, and even through adult life. And so it is good to give thanks, to the human form of your father and indeed your mother on that relevant day also in your calendar. And so it is that parents, whether you are close to them or not, do play an important part in your life, and the lack of a parent certainly has its drawbacks on the individual, who may be a baby, a child, or an adult. There is never a right time, for you to lose contact with a parent. There is never a right time to lose contact with a child or any other loved one when the physical is lost back to the earth and is no more within your material world. And sometimes when we are struggling to understand life, it makes us look further afield from that of the physical. And that is why whatever religion you follow, it does not matter, for the Creator's presence is what you are looking to understand. A presence that you may not be able to see in the physical form, and yet the beauty abounds within the world of nature and within the animal kingdom also. For they live on their instincts, animals, and they look after one another, and they learn survival techniques also, so that they can live together, albeit that they're very different species that have different roles to play in different parts of your earth environment. And so you see, we can go on and on and on. But we can assure you that all the thoughts and the prayers that you send out to your loved ones are held in high esteem within the physical world, and the communication between both go on. You may all think that you have a vivid imagination when suddenly you are thinking of that loved one that you lost recently or indeed some time ago, because they follow you and your own progress, and they help you to understand life. They give you strength and courage from that inner spirit that you have, each one of you, in abundance. And in adversity, that is when you rely on that spiritual essence of self. And yet when you are in a period of everything's going along fine, you do not understand that power and strength is still there with you, that you can share with others. For it is indeed true that your actions are more important than your thoughts. Sometimes, you can hurt another with the spoken word, but we try, when we come forward to speak, to enlighten you with the spoken word. We do not wish to put fear or misunderstanding into your mind, for you are all able to think rationally and carefully. Not many have mentioned the man who was the perpetrator of the crime of the loss of life of Joe Cox. He too needs help and thoughts to go out to him, for he needs to understand that he is more than the mixed up mind of his mental state at the moment. And so the spirit world are aware too of his needs. And you know, it is important that we send out thoughts for all those that are less fortunate than ourselves. The power of thought, the power of prayer works beyond your wildest imaginings, you know. And so you have to spend a little time in reflection of what you are doing and why you are doing what it is you are doing. We encourage you all to walk in the light of that great Creator that you call God. For you cannot go wrong. You can only grow in stature and understanding. But the more questions that you have answered, the more questions there will be, as your knowledge base is thirsty for more knowledge and understanding, and so you will move forward. The reading spoke of the many different aspects of the spirit realm, from that of the astral plane that replicates your world so that nobody, whatever their understanding was, can be left without moving forward. And they then want to ask questions, want to expand their spirituality and their understanding. And so move slowly forward with the help of those that are on the higher levels that can descend to the astral plane to advise, to show the way, so that they have a greater understanding of the truth. So be brave, my friends, and go forward. Through that time of coming to terms with your grief and your loss. But in so doing you can help others who also at some time or another will go through grief and loss. Through your experience you are qualified to help others in their loss and in their misunderstanding of the fact that you are not dead when you have died. You are alive and well. And so, my friends, we leave you with these thoughts so that you can go forward, showing the banner of truth, showing your true colours, shall we say, of your understanding of life and of continued life beyond that of the physical realm. That is what is important. You cannot tell somebody else what to believe, but you can explain your beliefs. You can show the strength and courage to the world, to the individuals that are willing to listen. You cannot persuade anyone, but you can show them by your own actions, your own deeds, how strong you can become in the face of adversity when life is lost. For age is no barrier to moving from one state of existence to the other. And so, my friends, we wish you well on your continued journey in life. Hold that banner high, and indeed you are able to climb many mountains when you look for that spiritual strength within you, the individual. And then in supporting others, you gain in strength, you gain in stature, you gain in many ways that will allow your spirituality to unfold whilst you walk the earthly path in life. Be brave, be courageous, use that power wisely, and take your personal responsibility on your own shoulders. And we say to you, my friends, a good night and God bless.